Have you ever walked into the living room late at night when the house is finally quiet and the only sound is the rhythmic, soft snoring of your dog and found yourself just standing there, just watching them? There's something so incredibly peaceful about a dog in deep sleep. It's the ultimate compliment to us. It means they feel completely safe in the home we've built for them. But lately, I've started looking at that sleep a little differently. I've realized that the way our dogs drape their bodies across the rug or curl into their beds isn't just a matter of personality. It's a language. And for many of us, especially those of us with dogs who are entering their golden years right alongside us, our dogs are using their sleep positions to tell us a story about their hips and their spine that they can't say out loud. Today, I want to talk about one specific position, one way of lying down that should make you stop and check their hips immediately. I missed this sign with my old Labrador Daisy for nearly a year. I don't want you to look back with the same "if only I'd known" that I carry. For those of us over 55, our relationship with our dogs changes. We aren't in the puppy chaos phase anymore. We aren't training them to sit or stay or stop chewing the furniture. By now, we've reached a stage of quiet partnership. They know our routines better than we do. They know the sound of the car turning into the driveway. They know the exact moment we're about to put on our walking shoes. Because we spend so much quiet time with them, we become experts on their quirks. But sometimes we become too used to them. We see a change in how they sleep, and we think, "Oh, he's just getting older," or "she's just getting a bit stiff like I am." But getting older shouldn't have to mean getting painful. The hip joint in a dog is a complex piece of machinery, and in breeds like Goldens, Labs, Shepherds, and even the smaller terriers we love, that machinery can start to wear down long before we notice a limp during the day. Let's talk about the position. You've probably seen it. Some people call it the frog leg, others call it splooting. It's when a dog lies on their belly, but instead of tucking their back legs under them, they stretch them straight out behind them like a skydiver. Now, in a puppy, this is often just a sign of flexible joints. It's cute. It's a photo opportunity. But if you see your adult or senior dog suddenly start sleeping like this, or if they struggle to get into this position and then seem stuck, it is a major red flag. Why? Because when a dog's hips are inflamed, whether it's from hip dysplasia or the beginning of osteoarthritis, the normal way of sitting puts pressure directly on the joint socket. Stretching the legs out behind them is often a desperate attempt to create space in that joint, to pull the ball away from the socket, to find a moment of relief. If you see this, or if you see them sleeping exclusively on one side with the top leg cocked at a strange angle, they aren't just relaxing. They are managing their pain. On the opposite end, there is the tight curl. You know the one, where they tuck their nose under their tail and try to become as small as a donut. We usually think, "Oh, they're just cold." And sometimes they are. But a dog with hip pain will often curl tightly not for warmth, but for support. By rounding their spine and pulling their knees up, they are stretching the muscles across the lower back and hips. It's the same thing we do when we pull our knees to our chest to relieve a lower back ache. If your dog used to sleep sprawled out, and now they only sleep in this tight, guarded, "I remember my Daisy." She was a beautiful yellow lab with eyes that could see right into your soul. When she hit about 8 years old, she started sleeping in what I called her pancake position, flat on her side, legs perfectly straight out, never tucked. I thought it was just her way of staying cool on the hardwood floors. I didn't notice the other signs. I didn't notice that she was bunny hopping up the 2 steps into the kitchen. I didn't notice that she was hesitant to jump into the back of the car. I just thought we were both slowing down. It wasn't until I took her in for a routine checkup and the vet showed me the x-rays of her hips that my heart broke. The cartilage was almost gone. She had been sleeping that way because it was the only way she could stop the grinding feeling in her joints. I felt like I had failed her. Here she was, giving me all her love, and I had missed her quiet plea for help. That's why I'm talking to you today. We don't have to be experts, but we do have to be observers. We owe it to these faithful friends to look at their quiet hours with as much attention as we give their active hours. So, what do you do if you notice these positions? You don't have to panic, but you do have to check. And you can do it right now, in the comfort of your living room. Next time your dog is standing up, watch them from behind. Are their back legs narrow, almost touching? That's called a cow-hocked stance, and it's a sign that the hips aren't supporting them correctly. Very gently, and I mean with the lightest touch, feel the muscles on their thighs. Do they feel mushy or thin compared to the muscles on their front legs? When a dog has hip pain, they stop using their back legs to push off, and the muscles begin to waste away. It's called muscle atrophy. And finally, try the slow rise test. When they get up from their nap, count how many seconds it takes. Does it look like a struggle? Do they have to heave their back end up? If your dog is taking more than 3 or 4 seconds to find their feet, those hips are asking for help. The good news is, we live in a time where we can do so much for them. We have supplements like glucosamine and green-lipped mussel that can work wonders. We have orthopedic beds, those memory foam ones that actually support the joints instead of letting them sink to the hard floor. Even something as simple as putting rugs down on your slippery wood or tile floors can change an old dog's life. It gives them the grip they need to stand up without straining those hips. But the most important thing we can give them is our awareness. At our age, we know that health is a precious, fragile thing. We know that a little bit of maintenance today prevents a lot of suffering tomorrow. By catching these sleep positions early, you aren't just treating a condition, you are preserving their dignity. You are ensuring that their walks remain the highlight of their day, rather than a chore they endure for your sake. There's a beautiful quote that says, "A dog is the only thing on earth that loves you more than he loves himself." I believe that's true. They spend their whole lives trying to keep up with us. They don't want to show us they are hurting because they don't want the walk to end. They don't want the game of fetch to stop. As we get older, our circle often gets smaller, and the few souls inside that circle become infinitely more important. Our dogs are the keepers of our secrets and the sharers of our quietest moments. When we look at them sleeping tonight, let's not just see a pet. Let's see a partner who is trusting us to notice when things aren't quite right. Let's be the guardians they think we are. So tonight, when the house goes dark and your friend finds their spot on the rug, take a second look. If you see that frog leg or that guarded ball, don't ignore it. Start the conversation with your vet. Look into a better bed. Because the only thing better than watching a dog sleep is watching a dog wake up with a wagging tail, moving easily, and ready to take on another day by your side. We've got a lot of miles left to walk together, you and your pup. Let's make sure those miles are as comfortable as possible. I hope this gives you a little something to think about as you settle in tonight. It's these small, quiet observations that make us better companions to these animals who give us so much. I'm just an old dog lover who's learned a few things the hard way, and I'm honored that you'd spend a little of your time listening to my stories. If this helped you look at your dog's sleep in a new way, or if you have your own story about an old friend who taught you a lesson in resilience, I would love to hear it. Hearing from you makes this feel like a real conversation over a cup of coffee. If you'd like to stay in touch and join me for more of these talks about how we can care for our dogs during these special senior years, you are more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. It's just a simple way for us to keep this community going. And if you found value in what we talked about today, a like is a very kind way to let me know that I should keep sharing these messages. Give your dog a gentle pat on the hip from me tonight. Very gently, of course. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourselves and take care of those faithful friends. I'll see you in the next one.